Okay, so going through that process, 4 or 5 years he's here. So just stretch it out a little bit. My mom, I end up having to, long story short, go and get her. You've heard this on, if you've been on any of my lives or anything. I had to go get her because her memory had gotten to the point where she wasn't able to take care of herself or live by herself, should I say. So she's moved in with us, and since that, it's been an interesting time. To say the least, it's been an interesting time, and I wanted to share some of the things that I've learned that I want to, that I know could potentially help someone or assist someone just to see things from a different perspective. Because the importance of being patient and showing compassion, and love to the elders is like, it's key. Because I'll give you an example. My mother I'm her only child, so we've always had a personal relationship. But at the same time, when you have a personal relationship, it's a lot of things that's not taken care of. Like, okay, for instance, it's personal. I'm her only child, so all my life, even though I'm a grown man, she's always thought that, she's my mother as if I'm a child. So a lot of the things she presents to me has always been from a perspective of she knows more than me, no matter what I go through and all this type of stuff. Which a lot of us as melanated young men, we go through this with our single mothers, but that's a different thing. So all in all, my mom, she's always been pretty much an aggressive thinker. She's always been pretty much able to take care of herself. She's always been like very aggressive. Like she don't really want to, hear nothing. She don't really want to be told anything. So you could imagine she's a Gemini, and she's very, very. She reads a lot, so she's very, very self-sufficient. That's the best word. Self-sufficient. So she asks nobody for nothing. She's kind of like haughty about asking anybody for anything. She'll do it herself. Everything, anything she asks you to lift something that she knows she can't lift, and you won't help her. She'll go try it anyway. That type of thing. She's got that heart like a lion. It's real, real stubborn on top of that. But okay, over the years, okay, it's played into our growth in terms of, our relationship together, and her being stubborn, not listening to me, her being having her certain belief system, and me having a total different knowing about my whole life to start with, and just having conflict and opposition, but still being, in relationship to, seeing all of the things that we've both gone through and everything. And I've had to learn several things because my mother has been the type of person that, she tell you about yourself in a minute and feel like she's right, even if she's not. And we all have had our times, I'm sure, but it's different when, when it's your mother, and you can't make your parents do anything. And when you're in a position of someone who thinks that she has ownership, and respectfully so, this is from a child, but we get up to now. And, in a way, even though I take care of everything, my mother has never really recognized the fact of all my responsibilities until recently, when she really came to terms with her memory and things of that nature. But the patient part, I'm going to share with you. I've had to reinvent myself, reinvent my life with my children first, of being patient, because of just seeing that even though I have, 11 still in the home, all different ages from the same woman, none of them act the same. Even the ones whose birthdays are close together, same, zodiac, excuse me, everything, excuse me, it's just so many so many differences, which are respectable. I have that respect to understanding that, because I've learned. So nobody's the same. All strategies are, solid and sincere and active at all times. I don't have a way of doing one thing because everybody's different. I've always had to come from intuition and do everything. And that's why the Creator's given me these responsibilities. I'm sure I've taken the responsibility as source, and I'm here. Okay, so my mom, my patience has gone from 0 to 100 because of a couple of different incidents. Okay, imagine this. You're 54 years old. Your mother is 78 years old. Generally speaking, she's, you see she forgets a few things, but you have this conversation with her and you realize that in this conversation that something shifted drastically since the last conversation that might have been the day before. So something drastically shifted to the point where she's not necessarily recognizing the areas that she's in. She's not pulling up words properly. She's not, you know, grouping her words together. She can't pull her words up. She can't remember recent events. If we went to a doctor's appointment like yesterday, it would seem like it's a long time away, or it was a long time back, or it's just everything is off of time. Everything is a little pressed in time, and that started a little bit back, but I've noticed in the last 3 months that this thing goes really fast. Like, okay, and I just want to share with people who got any relatives with dementia or Alzheimer's or just memory loss. I mean, I know that there's a lot of groups that I'm having to get involved in. I've had to take an extra class for Alzheimer's to learn how to deal with the mind, just the different things, because going in and out, the patience level you have to be patient. If you don't have a form of way of like channeling for yourself, I tell you, it's best to get an inner, get someone to intercede before you communicate, because the energy that is with inside of that memory loss is interesting, because it seems like it's memory loss, but it also seems like it's a spirit attached to it. You know what I'm saying? It seems as if when it comes with anger, it comes with sadness, it comes with, like disrespect.